Hey everyone, Dr. Brian Capra here from Genesis Chiropractic Software for another episode, if you would. I want to talk to you today about a sneaky scare tactic email that a competitor of ours is sending out to our new clients that have decided to go with Genesis, to try to get them a last-ditch effort to switch their decision. And the reason I'm telling you about this is it's frustrating. I don't mind ever if you decide, or any doctor decides, that another software, technology, or process, whatever is better for their practice. If that's your decision, what I do mind is when somebody tries to steer your decision by telling you things that are just not true. So you can imagine if you have a patient comes in, they're a great fit for your office, they know what you offer, and some doctor down the street tells them something that's not true in order to gain their business. It's just unethical. So what I want to talk to you about is this sneaky email that a competitor of mine is sending out. And what they say that is Genesis is a cloud-based system, and they are not a cloud-based system. And so what they're telling our new client that decided to go with Genesis is that if you go with Genesis, you're going to have to pay them forever and ever to keep access to your data. So what that means is, first of all, here's the truth, all right? And you're going to have to pay them forever. If you want to cancel at any time with Genesis, you can. That's just part of our business model. If we can't prove our value, there's no reason why we should lock you into a long-term contract and have to pay. Think of the ramifications of being stuck paying a company that just basically, you didn't want anymore. So we would never do that. You'd probably tell all your friends and blast it all over Facebook. And so it's not what we want. So that's not true. Number two, you always maintain ownership of your data. That's the law. It's just the law of the land. The data and your patient data is yours. So anybody that tells you otherwise is either ill-informed or just not telling the truth. In any case, you should just not trust them. It's just not true. That they're either not aware, which is a problem, or they're telling you a lie, which is a problem. So you just need to be aware of that. And the truth is, if a client of Genesis ever did cancel with us and they need access to their patient data after the fact, that could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years later, they can access. We give them access to the system for a month-by-month basis for a nominal fee, so they can get what they need out of it for that amount of time, and then they can get out of the system, and they're not locked into anything. And most past clients that have done that have had no problem with that, and it doesn't happen that often. But the beauty is, it's in the cloud, it's stored. When you need access, all you need to do is log in, and you have access to the full Genesis and all your patient records and everything you need. You can get it instantly. So just keep that in mind. So the competitor, if you would, and if you've gotten this email, you know who they are, so I don't have to mention their name, thank God. But if you've gotten this email, the truth is they're client-server based. That means your server would be in that office, right? So the server's sitting in your office. You decide to stop using that technology for whatever reason, even though you probably had to invest a whole bunch of money up front before they prove their value. Now you have to, if you actually want to get that patient data out of that old system, and the antiquated system, if you would, is client server based, you have to, number one, you have to have kept that server in your office with the software and a computer attached to it that has that software on it. And then hope 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 years later, when you need access to that data, you can fire up that server and that computer and the thing actually works. And that if it doesn't work, you have to hope that that company is willing to help you access that data and support you, even though they have zero vested interest in actually doing so. So I just wanted to address this really quick. Again, I don't mind losing business. I'm sure you don't mind if a patient goes to another doctor down the street if they feel that's what's best for them. I do mind when it's not truthful. I do mind when you're not being served properly. That's just, it's just not right. So I'm sure you could agree with that. So I just wanted to bring this out to you real quick and throw out some basic information. If you've heard this before, please comment or like it at least, or share this if you would. I really would appreciate that. I appreciate you all watching these videos and checking in and getting a lot of feedback. It's really been great. So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.